Hi there, guys. Good morning and good afternoon, even. It is Martha Fraser. Sorry, I'm 2 minutes late. Hope you're getting on okay. And welcome to the Online Business Coffee Break, where we're turning up, we're talking to business owners, and we are talking all things your business, giving your business a shout out and talking everything online. So you're very welcome today. Basically, what we do is I invite everyone who's showing up to come on to the panel to talk about your business, talk about how you can maybe expand your business online. I'll help you answer some questions, and yeah, and we just kind of take it day by day. So Colette is from Growing Healthy Eaters. Oh, lovely. And Laura is here today, so we'll promote the two of you guys to panelists. See if anyone else will join us. So if you want to turn on your camera and your audio, and if you have children in the background, it's no problem. We are in that crazy space right now. So you're very welcome. Hello, Laura. And Colette, you can just put in the chat box whether you want to join us today, whether you're ready to. You may not be able to come in on the camera. Let's see. So I can unmute you and I can ask you to share your video. Just put in the chat box, you might be able to join us. So, okay, so we'll start anyway. So you're very welcome to today. My name is Martha Fraser. I'm an online business mentor and coach, founder of marthafraser.com, and founder of our new program, SOS, Get Your Business Online in 3 days, which is starting on Wednesday. Yay! So Taha is here to join us today. We'll add him in as well. So let's go round robin as we do, and hopefully everyone will be able to join us. Laura, since you're there and ready, do you want to shout, give us your pitch? It's getting better every day.
How are you?
Hello, Taha!
So yeah, I'm Laura. I kind of feel like I'm in repeat mode at this stage. So I'm based in Cork, and I'm a business and career coach specializing in transition coaching and coaching psychology, and I'm also founder of the Cork Entrepreneurs Network. And yeah, that's
Fantastic.
me.
And I loved actually when you were speaking to, was it PJ the other day, and just, it's funny, isn't it, when you hear someone talking more and more about their business, and you really get to kind of understand the little parts that that happen, you know, and or that, you know, you actually get a better understanding for what exactly that person does, you know. Very good, thanks, Laura. And Taha, do you want to give yourself your elevator pitch? 2 lines, please. Who you are, what's your name, and where you come from?
Hi everyone. I'm a consultant engineer, Taha Khalil.
Oh yeah, speak up, Taha.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep, turn up your volume there.
All right.
Or come closer to the mic.
It's here.
Oh, perfect, much better.
I'm Taha Khalil, the CEO of Shiak Safety. In Shiak Safety, you know, we help companies who are struggling to implement safety systems by implementing safety standards and elevating the morale of the people. We have been in business now for more than 13, 14 years, and we always, you know, help companies to be better. That's it. By the way, I'm based in Saudi Arabia, so one of the global clients of Martha overseas.
Yeah. Overseas. And actually, you know, use this place, because I'm going to blow Taha's trumpet for him if he doesn't blow it himself. So Taha has over 14 years experience, works with international companies of thousands of employees. He helps improve profit, decrease loss, and saves lives. So Taha, next time you come on, practice blowing your own trumpet. Okay, and has years and years experience. So it's brilliant. So it's funny, there's 2 things that came to mind today that I wanted to talk about. Colette, I can't hear you or see you, so maybe if you can just watch if you want, but you're more than welcome to join in. to yourself. If you could chat in the chat box, Colette, and just let us know what you want to do, that'd be great as well. So two of the things that kind of came to mind, we're kind of, I mean, we're just talking about business online, and talking as well about, listen, our current circumstances. I know last week for me was my big week, not my big week, but my week of really getting to terms with what's going on. And I have to say, well, here's Colette. Hi, Martha. Thanks for having me. I just came on to see what this is. Like, I'm still working through your 6-week course, nearly there. So I'd like to get back to this when I've finished. That's okay. Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course, Colette. If you want, I mean, come on at any stage, just tell us about your business, give us a shout out. Yeah, just, you know, don't be shy, because even coming on here, being visible, telling us who you are, what your business is this is actually part of the Online Business Show. It's helping you gain confidence on video, and just, you know, show up, shine, and serve. So if you want to come on at any stage, just turn on your camera. That's all I'm saying to you. So anyway, oh yeah, so two or three things that I kind of want to bring up today. And so last week, at the end of the week, I have to say, the fear of everything, I have to say, really personally got to me. I was doing everything to be positive. And one of the things, and the reason I'm sharing this today is because, let's say, we're going forward with our businesses. But one of the things that I realized last Friday was that I was suppressing the fear. And it eventually does come out. So for any of you who are not doing meditations, please make sure you start. Sorry, just got a call there. And please make sure you start. And like, I did a meditation on Friday, and it really, really helped me. So just, if you're going through this, I do a lot of Joe Dispenza's meditation. Look him up on YouTube. My good friend Melanie Moore is on YouTube. I have my own meditations on YouTube as well, but I do like to listen to someone else other than myself. So just, you know, make sure you're having good practices for yourself, and, you know, catch yourself when maybe things are getting to you. It's really important. None of us are immune from it, you know. So the other thing that I wanted to talk to you about is, you know, your marketing, getting your marketing out there. There's two things that came to me now this morning, and it was like, you know, even in this time, Laura says, hey Martha, I feel those who lead and support others need looking after the most. Yeah, always. Oh, thanks a million. Always here if I can support you. Thanks, Laura. Appreciate that. Totally. Like, everyone who puts themselves out there to support others, you know, you kind of need to do your own debriefing. You know, you need to, you know, if you, what I find for myself over the years, like, when I'm doing my shining bit and putting my full potential out there, I then need to retreat and go under a rock for like even an hour or two, just sit down, have a, you know, watch a movie, just completely decompress. So just maybe take a minute and ask yourself, well, what are my ways that I shine? And then what are the ways that I come back in to retreat and recharge? You know, and if you don't actually have, you know, things written down, maybe just write it down and say, right, every week I take an Epsom salt bath, every week I do this, you know, or go for a walk. For me, walking is my therapy. It really helps me, you know. But anyways, the couple of things that I wanted to talk about today really is, you know, marketing in this climate, in what we're in, and how are you going to continue marketing to your clients? Now, a lot of people have their marketing, what's the word I'm looking for, scheduled, right? So maybe the stuff that you're putting out over the next couple of weeks, you better check that it is appropriate to still go out, you know, just in case there's something that isn't, you know, bad timing or out of taste, or, you know, just not suitable. So just have a look at your batching, have a look at your scheduling, and maybe put a pause on that marketing schedule for now and create new marketing that's actually appropriate for now. I was just thinking about that myself this morning, that, you know, it's not a time to stop marketing. It's not a time to stop sharing your message. You are the messenger of your message. You are here to talk to the people who are interested in what you do and who still need help, and who are probably still working on their businesses, you know. So let's open it up. Does anyone, so Taha, you said when is SOS? It's starting on Wednesday. I see you're busy on Wednesday and Thursday. But everything's going to be recorded. Everything's going to be available. There's still going to be chats in the group. But what I'd say to you, so it's on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So what I'd say to you, Taha, is that
I will attend Friday for sure.
Yeah. So so let's say Wednesday and Thursday, what we're going to be doing is creating, let's say Wednesday, we're going to be creating, let's say the idea, we're going to be researching, brainstorming the product that you're going to create within those 3 days, right? And we're going to come up with whatever it is. We're going to come up with a digital product that you're going to create. Thursday, we're going to be, actually Wednesday, we're going to be kind of outlining the sales page. Thursday, we're going to be planning out the content. Friday, going to be creating the payment method, and talking about selling the product, right? So what I'd say to you is that between now and then, because I think for you, what we already talked about was the Corona training. You know, even moving forward, like you could have, you may not call it Corona, but you could call it like bio safety. You know, making sure that your facility is biosafe before an epidemic, during a pandemic, and after a pandemic. So that's just some quick brainstorming for you, right? So anyway, if you can join us on the Friday, but if you can be brainstorming between now and then, that would be great, right?
Great. I'll do that.
Yeah.
Just a question, Martha.
Yeah.
It came to my mind. Maybe the same question came to other people's mind. You were talking about maybe doubling our marketing at these times, because it is not the time. It's not the time to stop, and I agree with you. Yeah.
Yeah. If not, like more and more people are online. More and more people are using their phones.
Correct. But the question is, sometimes it's an investment. You know, these kind of things are an investment, and we have a doubt whether to spend more cash or no. Yeah, these days.
Yeah, so, but you know what? Like, here am I. I'm doing this. This is free. The only thing it's costing me is my time. All right. There are so many things that you can do. Like, I mean, when you weigh up between paid marketing and organic, like, don't think it all has to be paid. And one of the things is that, and I learned this the hard way as well, is because I did paid marketing, and I'm still doing paid marketing, but I realized that I was doing paid marketing to get out of organic marketing because I was a bit lazy. Right? I didn't want to be creating. I'll be 100% honest. I didn't, not that I didn't want to, but I just didn't kind of make the time, like, to create blogs, to create content-driven marketing, right? Because, you know, like, that stuff is free to create, right? Yes, you have to do, if you want to maybe share it to a wider audience, you can certainly pay for traffic, but you have such a broad, I know, Taha, your network is quite a large network. Even sharing,
I'm doing that, but I'm just, you know, maybe this is the question might come to other people's mind, you know, these times, you know.
Yeah, and it's worth, like, and one of the things actually, I was on, can't remember what I was on. I was watching something, and two of the things they mentioned, and thanks for raising this actually, because you just have to remind me, is that Facebook advertising right now is possibly, now I can't say that it is, the prices are possibly lower because people, well, what they're saying is that people are not spending the same amount on marketing as before because of this like coming to a halt in the world, literally in business and life. So they're saying that possibly if you're running a campaign, it's going to be cheaper. I can't say that it will be, but it's definitely worth testing the ground to seeing, is it going to be cheaper or not. I'm going to do a bit of testing myself probably. Yeah, so, and the other thing then as well is that I use an app. I think I have it on my, if you go to marthafreys.com/tools, the list of tools that I have there, there's an app that I use called Smarter Q, and it will rotate your content for you, right? So like creating your organic content, loading it into an app like that, that is distributing it for you on different platforms. You know, so there's so many.
Can you put the link for that app? What's the name of the app again?
Yeah, it's on my, hang on a second, it's on my list of, if you go to marthafreys.com/tools, I think I have it here. If not, I'll share it with you later. Let me see, video, online course video, check out pages. No, I don't have it here actually. I must put one on. It's called Smarter Q. Kiwi. So there's tons of different apps like that. There's one called Recurpost. There's another one called Meet Edgar. Now the thing that I like about Smarter Q that Recurpost doesn't have, Smarter Q actually works with Pinterest as well. Whereas Recurpost, I changed from Smarter Q over to Recurpost because Recurpost was cheaper, but then I realized it was missing some functionality from Smarter Q. So I moved back to Smarter Q. So it will take you a little bit of time to create some content and upload it. I'm actually doing that myself at the moment, now that I've changed back. So yeah, so it's worth considering that, you know. But so yeah, so now is the time to market, you know. Laurie, are you doing any marketing in your business or getting out there besides this?
Yeah, yeah, I don't know what it's not that I've been, I've still been productive. I suppose I've just taken the week out just to sit back a bit, take some deserved downtime as well. I'm finding, you know, I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone, as you know, and I'm still feeling resistance and psychological obstacles, which I hope I will manage to get through. But I feel, you know, maybe this week, maybe now I can try to, I've signed up to your program, as you know. I really would like to do it, but thankfully I've been busy with work as well. So the downtime that I was expecting hasn't really come my way either. I suppose I'm probably a bit more lazier. I might get up later now in the morning, and then I find myself working then till maybe 11 midnight, which defeats the purpose.
I know.
Yeah, I'm not actually getting your questions. So again, I'm becoming aware of the avoidance. So yeah, I'm actually finding it hard to answer your question. And I think that I need to really psychologically somehow delve a little bit more into marketing. I'm just using LinkedIn. I'm just trying to support others. So I'll naturally do what I can do. I'm really good at supporting people and trying to connect people, and that I can continue to do. But when it comes to marketing myself, I really do feel at this stage I probably need a bit of a group or a bit of a team around me, so I feel supported to make that transition, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and it's funny because like, let's say, I'm going to use you as an example, because when you are on, say, there's the time when, you know, you're getting your business up and going, you're trying to create products and offers and doing the work, and then there's you're on the other side of we call it the shining bridge, and let's say Taha is doing that now. He's doing the marketing, and I think mentally, the way I've seen it for clients is that it's where you begin to believe in yourself, that you have this business. This is my business. It's kind of like I love the phrase where you say like, I own a shoe shop. I sell shoes. Come buy my shoes. Right? When you can kind of say it as simply as that, that you go, this is the best shoe shop in the whole world. You know, and that's why I was saying to you, Tara, you come on here and you tell me we are the leading safety company. We are the go-to company. And it's where you begin to claim, and like honestly, I'm even doing it myself, right? I'm claiming my own space. I'm still practicing what I'm teaching myself, right? Because I'm learning that there's things that I'm not doing, and it's where you come on and you, the confidence of what you say even just sells your company, right? So it's that kind of going across that bridge. And when you go across that bridge and when you start talking about your business more, it's funny, it's a bit of a chicken and egg. The marketing begins to layer confidence underneath you and it rises you up, you know. Would you agree, Ta?
It is the time, and I will just tell you what I'm doing now myself. I'm doing what you mentioned, the content marketing at this time.
Mm-hmm.
I produced some videos on the corona, and I put them on all my. But I'm doing without SmartQ. I'm putting them in all this. Oh, Kim is here, and I'm putting them in the net in LinkedIn, Facebook. So I'm having, you know, at least 3-4 posts per week. So probably it's not a selling, but it's more of an awareness and just keeping, you know, the cables between me and the customers and the clients. So when we go to the shine part of the bridge, at least I don't want to start again and plant the seeds. At least
Yeah.
there was some activities. So I'm continuing in my activities on marketing. I should do that because I have spent the bloody money on that one for, you know, the last 4 months. I don't want to start again. So
No, no, and it's interesting actually, just what you touched on there, which I think is worth talking about. Laura, like you're talking there about, you know, our change of routine, and even myself, right? You know, I was like the mothers group of the school that I'm in, like they were texting each other, and I said, yeah, I said I had to catch myself. I was shouting at 11 o'clock. And I said, okay, it's only 11 o'clock. It's only Monday. We have a whole week to get through. I said, I need to like step it back a bit. But like even there this morning, like, hello, Kim, you're very welcome. Sorry, I didn't see you there in the attendees. But even there this morning, like you know, my own routine didn't go the way I wanted. You wouldn't believe what I was doing an hour ago. My Wi-Fi is, I'm gonna have to, I'll show you a photograph, right? My Wi-Fi isn't good enough here to upload files. And what you call it, there's somewhere nearby that still has their Wi-Fi on. So I,
put it in the Facebook. Put it in the Facebook.
so when you see the video, so I had to upload the 5 coffee breaks from last week, right? I was going to do it over the weekend, but I really took the weekend off to recharge. So we were out there this morning, and I swear I came back and I sat in my laptop bag, and I went up that night to shower, and it took me 10 minutes in the shower to actually heat up. I said, I can't believe homeless people. I only sat for 40 minutes, right? 40 minutes uploading these 5 files. I uploaded them to YouTube, then I uploaded them to Facebook, and I was just like going, I need, because normally the place that I go to is closed, and so I couldn't bloody upload the files. So there, I have such a whole new appreciation for homeless people sitting out in the bloody cold. But so like, I think the thing is that we're all like, I mean, to be honest, it probably took me years to adjust to the school routine and trying to fucking master that. I was just beginning to master the school routine, and now it's gone out the window, and we're trying to create a new routine. And I think I think you still have to have, what are the check boxes I have to tick off in my business every week? I need to put my marketing out there. I need to make my offers, and I need to be honest, marketing and offers and do the work. The 3 things, right? And if you're not doing it, it really is a case of, right, you know, and it's okay to take time off. I mean, especially God and what we're doing, right? But just ask yourself, you know, if I'm not doing it, why am I not doing it? And why am I not, I don't know, why am I not putting myself out there and my business, you know? And it does take a bit of inner reflection. You're going to hear some banging in a minute. They're working on the extension. So, um, so yeah, so just, I don't know, have you any thoughts on that? Or, you know, be kind to yourselves, you know? Welcome, Kim.
I feel I'm being kind to myself. I suppose over the weekend, I have are you aware what a 360 is in the HR world? It's where you send out a review on your team or your
Oh,
employees,
yes.
gather feedback. So one of my college assignments, which is probably where I'm trying to put 50% of my time now, is to catch up with my college assignments. I'm near the end now, so it's quite intense and busy. But I have to do a 360 on me. I decided to do it on me in general, but also on my coaching and my coaching business. And one of the biggest feedbacks was, you don't sell yourself, you don't charge enough, oops, you don't believe in yourself, you've got so much to offer and you're great for other businesses, but we'd really like to see this. And this was when I was analysing all this data. And then I'm kind of in groups like this, and I'm signing up, and every week, it's the month of March, I've said it's going to be my digital marketing month, and I'm coming to the end, and I still haven't kind of gotten there with it. But I'm taking part in more things, but I'm like, the universe is really screaming and shouting at me here. It's, what am I doing? Why am I blocking myself from actually achieving this potential? So I'm being kind to myself because I'm aware of the history that I've had, but I can't keep letting that impact me, because that would just fester and get worse and worse. And at some point I have to I just have to do it, really.
Yeah, and to be honest, you know, I resonate so much with what you're saying, Laura, because I wasn't for a long time. And the one thing that that I have found is that when you so for me, I mean, everyone, I'm not sure if everyone has it, but I definitely, you know, I mean, this not good enough thing, I definitely was living out the not good enough, right? I was still going ahead. I was running my business. I was creating programs. I was doing things, but like, if I asked myself on a scale of 1 to 10, how much am I really putting myself out there? It was maybe a 2 or a 3 to the potential of what I could, right? And then when I said, right, this fucking bullshit, excuse my language, is enough. I've had it. I want to reach the goals, and you know, I have to get over myself to do it. And when I then started creating evidence to the contrary that I was good enough, let's say writing my book now, putting my podcast out there, doing this. And when there's evidence out there that you're better than not that you're better than what you think, but you're more than good enough to put this out there, it begins to send what I call a reverse vibration back. And your brain gets really messed up going, hang on, I thought I wasn't good enough, but all this stuff is out there. I must be good enough. So I should just turn up. So it's kind of what I have realized is that for me anyway, there's no point in me sitting at home trying to believe myself into believing in myself. Whereas when I start creating evidence that I'm raising myself up, it's like, you know, that when the ships are in the water, we all rise together. You have to create your own things to rise you up. And when you do that, for me, this is what has worked for me. Everyone is different. Then what I have found is that the actions and the work that I'm creating is actually rising myself up. So when you begin to show up and create your own stuff, when you begin to claim your space, and like that, you know, you're the best shoe shop in town, you know, magic just begins to happen, you know. So that's what I'd say to you, is just begin to take steps in that direction, and it'll work, you know. It will work, because I have to say it's working for me. I'm not there yet, like, but I don't think anyone's ever there yet. I think everyone is always, you know, even who was like, even I was watching some celebrity thing, you know, and they were saying, oh, is it good enough? We're constantly questioning ourselves. So I think maybe that's always there with us to challenge ourselves. I'm not sure, you know. But
An entrepreneurial mindset, it's one of the disadvantages, is we're
yeah,
always going to strive to improve and better efficiency, and we're always going to strive to do better. So it's
yeah,
one of the disadvantages of having an entrepreneurial mindset.
yeah. Um, yeah, and I suppose it makes us go forward as well. So it's kind of it's a double advantage, disadvantage, right? But anyways, Kim, do you want to say hello and give us your pitch? How are you doing? I can't hear you. Unmute you there.
Am I on?
I can hear it. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Hello, hi guys, how are you? Hi Laura. Yeah, no, it's fine. I mean, I think this weekend, no, like that, Marta, I just took a weekend to kind of just step back from it all, because I think it was a bit of a rat race last week. There was a lot of panic mode, do you know, that kind of way. I have to, and maybe choosing things that, you know, weren't in line, like you often say, wasn't what you know, wasn't in line with what I want to do or whatever, but you feel like you have to keep up with everybody
Yeah,
else, because everybody's doing this and you need to be doing this, and if you're not doing this, you're not in. And actually, like in the dance world in particular, like in kids activities, I mean, it's just flooded. The floodgates have opened and everybody's offering free content, free. And like you have this war between teachers now that's happening at the moment. They're giving out
really?
saying, oh, you know, our normal classes are going to be ruined because of all of this content, that people aren't going to want to come back. And you know, I like this one, Rebecca Davies, who's a fantastic teacher in Australia, like has just got the most amazing stuff. She travels the world and she's given out a load of free stuff. And people were actually like, you know, hating her, you know, giving her a really hard time.
Why?
Because she was giving out free content. They were saying like, well, you're giving it out for free and then we're charging kids now.
No, but you see, the thing is, right, everyone has to realize that their own marketing strategy is their own marketing strategy. And if this person is doing it in her brilliant way, they're either one, pissed off they're not doing it and they didn't think of it. You know, and honestly, like there's you kind of, I think like there's, in a way it's a fantastic time to be online. But at the other side, you really, I remember an old manager I worked with, and he said, you know, you got to look at the dinner that you're eating. Eat your own dinner. Don't look at the dinner next door, and just look at your own dinner. And you have to, it's a time for you to really just go ahead and just really, do you know what, Kim? Part of me would listen to some of that, part of me wouldn't listen to it.
Well, yeah, and I just put in a simple comment, like, you know, I think all this is brilliant because, like, I'm being exposed to so much more as a teacher as well. Like, I'm loving it. I'm taking stuff that I like and I'm adjusting it for my own classes, and I'm kind of going, oh, that's good, that's bad. But I have stopped the war in my head of I need to keep up. Like, what I have done now is enough. I have set out some courses for the kids. I'll continue to support them the best way I can moving forwards. Like, but I'm off all that kind of, you know, hamster wheel trying to keep up with everybody, like, and compare myself to other people. Literally, I disconnected this weekend. I said, this is what I'm doing. I'm going to continue to operate the way I have. I'm 100% confident that what I'm doing is really good and that parents enjoy me and they will come to me for me. And it's like Laura, the girl that I go to Zumba for. Like, there's thousands of Zumba classes at the moment on YouTube, but she was up doing a live and I was first in there with her because I love her energy. I connected with her on the screen, and that was, you know, for me, I didn't even think twice about looking for somebody else after that, you know. But it's just, I suppose it's a matter of keeping your head down, doing your work, what's good for you and what works for you and your family, and like trying to take into consideration kids and everything else that's going on here. Like, we just have to keep going, I think, for a while, you know.
Yeah, and I think as well, like what I was saying the other day is like, this is a fantastic time to practice that marketing muscle.
Yeah.
You know, where, you know, why not just get out there and just help people? You know, marketing, like, I believe marketing should be just helping people. So like, just ask yourself, if you're not doing it now, why aren't you doing it? How can you do it? And, you know, how can you, I mean, you're using your voice, you're connecting with other people, you're practicing who you are, what you do, and you're being seen, you know. And I really think, Kim, that let's say your stuff now, like what you were saying there, let's say when you got on the Zumba class with Laura, like I know loads of yoga teachers, right? There's a girl, there's a couple of yoga teachers now at the moment, a couple of my clients, but there's one client that I had started with last year. I just really click with her yoga, and it's funny. I don't know what it is. I just really click with her. I really click with her yoga. And there's a few other clients that I'd love to jump on with, but I just want to, for myself, stay with the one person. And I mean, this is where it comes back to, I'm just preparing for a talk I'm doing next week, is like, you know, knowing you and the magic of you and your uniqueness, like, you know, and
absolutely. But it can get frustrating, not frustrating, but you know, you can get distorted and out of line when you see so much coming on, and you're like, how are all these, you know, like they might have better quality, they might have better this, that, you know, might be better screen wise, and you're kind of going, Jesus, do I have to keep up with that? Like there's apps developed now, like out of nowhere, you know, things are like, what?
Yeah, I know. But the thing is, please remember, like, this was the lesson that I had, like, all those years ago when it was just me and my, back in 2008, whatever version of the bad camera was out back then. And like, people want you and the message.
Yeah.
You and the message. If that's all you can take out of this. And the biggest part is you. Right? Like you see Richard Branson, he's still the face of Virgin, right? A business is never too big to have a face because it needs a face for people to connect with. And your energy, Kim, this is where you really, do you know what? I want you to print out a photo, put it up big and put it up there on your wall, because honestly, you are the attraction of your business.
Yeah.
Right? The method Flex Your Style that you've created is something unique that no one else has.
Yeah.
And it's when I think, let's say, when you get into this cycle, because I've had it myself, been there, done that, more than once, right? When you get into this cycle, read your testimonials, look at your website, remember that they're coming for you and your message. So have a little process that you go, right, I'm getting trapped again in this. I need to write. I'm going to go read a testimonial. I'm going to go look at my stuff again. Go, like, sometimes I just read over my website. Like I read over my website probably once a month. And I go, Jesus, that's great. God, that's great.
Do I do that? Is that me? Jesus.
No, I said I do that. I do that to myself, right? Because when I think about my website now, to be honest, my website still needs improvement. But when I think about my website was years ago, it was shite, absolute shite.
Yeah.
And I go, I'm getting better. Things are getting good. You know, it's getting better. And the thing is, as well, is that it's the message and it's who you're connecting with, and it's growing your list. You know, to be honest, and it's just reminding yourself, and it's being, say, in a network even just like this, where you can connect with people and say it, and they can give you a virtual slap and say, cop the hell on, you're amazing, you're brilliant, right? You know, I have friends that give me virtual slaps all the time.
This one said there was one thing came up I thought was really true. You know, you didn't build your business like, you know, this online world now is flying at the moment, you know, and I'm so glad I'd so much work done beforehand, because I could imagine how stressed I would have been now, like, you know. I mean, I'm not stressed, I'm not worried about it, but I did feel last week I needed to jump on something fast, right? But I was lucky, I had a lot prepared, I had my courses done, but I felt like I needed to do more. I need to do more, I need to do more, I need to be live.
If you feel you need to do more, the only more that I would be doing is marketing.
Yeah.
Right? And oh yes, I remember now something else that came to me this morning. Like, if you're not marketing 50% of your time, and I only learned that one in the last probably 2 years, right? Because I suppose I think I thought I was marketing for years, and I was to some extent, but really, like, I'm really up leveling my marketing in the last couple of years, right? And it's, for me, the marketing part is really loving yourself enough to put your business out there. and I know, Kim, you have no problem doing that because Kim's flyers are everywhere, right? But I think for you, the next level is like consistent marketing, where you do the one thing every week, where you either put out a video or, you know, some content driven marketing every week. You know, where you are really like where it's going to the global stage. Because like you're brilliant at local marketing for your classes, and it's funny, you're now being forced to do your online marketing because you can't do the flyers. Not that you can't, but like
it's no use for like
you know, so it's just, it's bringing that marketing level up, you know. You know, but I think what? Go on, Laura. Sorry. No, go on.
Did you see Dragon's Den last night, Kim, by any chance?
No, I didn't actually. What was it?
There was a dance teacher, but she's more with the, what you call the things on your hands, pom-poms or...
Oh, cheerleading?
Something like that, yeah. Okay. But she came in, she did a great performance. Her energy and the person, what she sold in herself was amazing. She was looking for an investment to expand her business and franchise. And practically the majority of the advice from the Dragons was, no, we're not going to invest in that for that part of the business model, because you're going to end up more in the administration side, no matter how big or how global that you want to go. And it lose the kind of pizzazz of you. So I actually thought that was extremely good advice. So for her to keep on doing and shining what she's really good at doing, and just to kind of focus more on that, and just to go back and relook at her business model. But I think certainly for you, it's probably a BBC player or something like that, where you can look at her and their advice.
I must have a look at it,
yeah, I just kind of felt...
thanks, no, for that, that's interesting.
That's really good advice from them, because normally we're all being told to expand, grow, you know, but sometimes, you know, you're just doing, you know, if the bills are being paid and you're happy,
absolutely,
in itself.
And it's the other places you can get your income from, like the plans with having even just, you know, the support, the online support for kids. And I think this has really helped me as well understand what kids need, you know, when it comes to things like this. And to be quite honest with you, like, my opinion has changed about it in the last week. Like, I
think you're probably seeing it in action.
Absolutely, seeing it in action, and even my own kids, and seeing how they are now at the moment. And in fairness, they've been given lots of resources from there in gymnastics and everything else. But to be quite honest, like, there's nothing like the magic of a class, and it's very hard to get them to stand in front of a screen and do a class. I find my kids don't connect well with the screen.
We're logging in. I have to confess, we haven't logged in yet. We're logging in today, and I tell you why. Because last week for me, I just felt it was kind of
same.
It was just get a grip on everything, and just kind of I don't know, it was survival mode, I think, last week. And then when Aisling said to me, my little one said to me, we're going to do it Saturday, and she said, no, it's not flex day. And then I was like, what really came to mind for me and for anyone who's watching this afterwards is that what people really need now, yes, they need content, but what they really need is community at a certain time. Like, let's say the yoga now that I think she's doing it at 8 a.m. and 3 p.m. or something. And I'm like, okay, 8 a.m. I'm going to be there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I think another thing that you could offer, be it free, be it bonus, be it whatever, is that, you know, for those of you who are members, we're going to have, you know, a live class once a week.
Yeah.
Where you can come. I don't know, I'm just thinking aloud.
I know, exactly. And I was thinking of that, and I said, you know what, even like doing, there's loads of legal things now at the moment with the bloody Zoom and everything else. It's all this stuff has come up now for dance teachers. Jesus almighty, like, go and check your insurance. You're not going to be covered. Everyone has to sign a waiver, send it back.
Really?
So
but you see, the thing is, right, because I know my kids just want to see you, right? And it's the Kim is going to be on in 5 minutes, right? Get your mats ready, get out, okay. And even if you're doing a Facebook Live, you know, like, to be honest, I don't care if they're doing it right or wrong, as long as they're somehow moving and they're not sitting on the couch, right? I think maybe that's what the real class is for, is getting them in, checking them, right?
Yeah.
Now I know we can't do it at the moment, but like, I mean, you could just do the Facebook Lives where it's just you, where it doesn't matter about insurance because it's only you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, actually, no. Sorry. The probably insurance probably does because you're
You
telling
see, whereas
people.
the coursework, actually, I think because there's a disclaimer and before they start the course and when they join up to Teachable, I'm far more secure and covered because it's something they've gone into. This is what I'm looking into at the moment with the insurance company. So, but the thing with it is like even with the course, I like the way it's done out. They can follow it, they can stop, they can start, because kids like trying to keep their attention for a long period of time, you know, and get them at the same time, that can be hard.
So one of the things that you can do is for your Facebook group, you can ask a couple of questions when people enter the group. So you can have a terms and conditions and your waiver, and say by entering this group, you were so you can have it on either as a document inside the Facebook, but let's maybe put it on your website. One link, create a page with your waiver and your disclaimer and terms and conditions, right? Put the link there and say, look, by you entering this group, you are agreeing to this. Please go read this before you enter the group. So that will be their level of cover, right?
Yeah.
Now, again, I am not a solicitor or anything.
I know. It's the best we can do.
It's just another place, if you can make it visible in all the places you're showing up, that's basically what I imagine would help.
Yeah. But no, I get you with that. Last week for us now, we didn't do homework, we did nothing. We were on holidays basically. The kids were on holidays in their head. Oh, while I was stressing out like around the place, trying to do this, I was recording the kids, trying to get them to do this, that and the other for me as dancers. But like, you know, for now, this week going forward, I said, I'm going to take things at my own pace. Like I didn't build a school of 22 years in 1 or 2 days. I'm going to build an online academy. It's going to happen. I'm in the process of it. I have a lot of work done at the moment on it, and I'm going to keep building on it. And part of my marketing will be that I will do like lives and get them to sign up and that kind of a thing. You know, I think that's the best way for me to use the marketing and to get the kids engaged.
Yeah, and actually I'm going to add in for the Global Online Stars that I hear, I'm going to do, because I know, let's say you're invited to the SOS program, but I'm going to do an extra call for you this week. I'm going to set a time because I think you need an extra conversation for the level that you're at. But
so will we not do that? Like I know I messaged
you. No, please, because I know, you see, you're kind of ahead. Well, Taha, you haven't created your digital product yet, so you're definitely doing it. Kim, you've created your digital products, but one of the things that I'd say is come join us and look over, use the time to review everything that you've created.
And there's loads to learn, like pick it up.
And the thing is that like what you'll also learn is we're going to go over like let's say this, I'm preparing a talk for next week, like, and I was just listing out 12 different ways of making money online, so 12 different ways of selling digital products. So like even just listening, you might get an idea for something, or you might just think, oh, I can rejig it this way, or you know, so do please show up and you know, ask questions, and I know you're ahead of the game, but still I think
you can always learn. I think it's so important. I hear something from even you today now, like little bits there, you know, you continuously are picking up stuff.
It's even just having the conversation, it's even just verbalizing what's going on in here, you know, and even you know, like one of the things that I'll be talking about on Thursday is about, like, I saw one person, look, everyone's going to have different opinions. I saw one person saying about, you know, it's not a time to change your business model, but to be honest, I actually think, you know, I think when things change, I think it is.
It's great,
and
or have more than one model.
Exactly, and have something you can offer in a time where people still, because like I was watching, something came up in my news feed last night. There was some fitness thing, and this one, what's her name? Danette. You've probably seen her. Danette May is her name, right? And anyway, I just I was looking up her program, right? So I'm still purchasing stuff, right? And I was looking up her program. I was going, I was assessing in my head, will I join, blah, blah, blah. Because I've seen her like 6 months ago, I was going to join. And anyway, I checked out there's 8,500 people in her membership, right? At 20 odd a month, right? And now it looks great and everything. I didn't join last night, but I could see in whatever app she has, all these other people were joining. So people are still purchasing. And like when you think about what people need right now, you know, they still need support in some way. So it's really about, you know, looking at how are they being challenged and how do they need support. And how can I offer something right now? And do you know what? When the world, please God, returns to its normal axis, you know, we can revert back to our previous models, or we'll have learned. Hopefully, we'll all have learned something to. We might
have a backup, like.
And this is why, to be honest, this is why I created like the SOS product, right? Because I have other products for sale on my website, and that's fine because they're for sale and that's great. But for anyone, and that's the first lesson within the Global Online Stars group, is create a digital product that when the shit hits the fan, that your business does not depend on you, and you can sell something. God forbid you're in the hospital, God forbid something like a pandemic virus, imagine that happening.
Yeah. Martha, you used to say that always, and we realize that now, yeah?
Yeah, exactly, because I've been there.
She was repeating the message always and always and always, and yes, you are right.
Yeah, you were nodding at me back then until now.
No, you're right.
Right. Because I honestly, I remember when was it? It was maybe 3 or 4 years ago. I was in the hospital for some checkup. I can't remember what the hell I was in for a couple. I don't know what I was in for, but anyway, I sold €2,000, and I was sitting in the wheelchair with this fucking drip attached to me, and I was like going, "This is great." I'm not, you know, I knew I was going into hospital. I created this automated soft launch, and I was sitting in the hospital watching the numbers come in, and you know, sometimes, to be honest, sometimes I forget sometimes that, you know, those things, and when you've done them, you know, and how important they are. And so look at
I think for my parents at the moment, though, I think they need to be left alone for another week.
Who's that?
I think for my parents at the moment, if not alone for me, they need to be left alone for a week or two. Just, you know, it's a shock to us all. Like, I think last week I was hyper. I was hyper. That's all I can describe.
I think I was a bit hyper myself last week, actually, Kim.
I was recording myself everywhere. Everything's fine. We're all good. The world isn't ending. I'm here. That was me. And then I get off and I cry. What the fuck is happening?
There's a whole psychology around transitions. That's my specialist area. So completely get it. It can really push you and force you to do something very, you know, performance productive related. It can really throw you asunder. It can demotivate you. It can be very tiring as well.
Well, I tell you, my back is killing me now. Saturday, it came out of nowhere. Like, I could not even sit up. I couldn't sit up. I couldn't stand. And I was like, I'm not listening to the universe. Like, this thing is telling us to slow down and stop. But I went in the opposite mode. I drove harder and faster. And it was like, if you don't stop, we're going to take the legs from underneath you.
So fun now. This is a girl who's had back surgery, by the way.
So I'm just like, right, okay, that's it. That's me done. I have to slow down. I hear you. Please don't do any more to me. I need to function.
And I love, Laura, what you're saying about, we might talk a bit more about that someday, the pillars of transition, because I'm sure no matter what you're transitioning from, those pillars probably still apply. You know, pandemic, change a job, you know, whatever the normal is, right?
No, wait, in the Republic of Ireland, do you have a curfew now?
And not yet. But after the weekend, the weather was actually nice here, which is quite unusual, Taha. So the whole of Ireland.
So people are going out.
There was photos and videos of people at the beach. Because even yesterday it was Mother's Day here in Ireland, and you know, I was saying to John, like, we had been like literally in the locality of Athenry all week, and I hadn't gotten in the car, and I said, I just need to go somewhere. And he was saying, oh, we go to Salt Hill. And I said, no, way too many people. We're not going there. So we found like a woods that was like, there was maybe 6 other people that were way off. It was completely safe. But like, I wouldn't dare go to a busy place. I don't even know what gets into these people's heads. Like, you know, it's crazy. But anyways, so I think, you know, the message, I think maybe the message of what we're talking about today is being aware of what's going on around us every day. And I think like what I was saying to you there at the top of the call about like meditation, make sure you're meditating every day, even if it's for 5 minutes, tuning into yourself. Because I know I listened to Eckhart Tolle the other day, one of his videos, and honestly I came off it and I was so, I thought I was high, I was so zoned out, it was brilliant. I was just so calm, I was so grounded, and I went, this is exactly what I needed. Because I was like you, Kim, by Friday I was like a fear bunny. I just
I could see it in you. I could sense it in you, Martha.
I actually thought you got it on Friday, because on Friday because I had rushed back. I know I jumped in the shower and nearly killed myself getting this live call. And I looked wrecked on Friday, actually.
You didn't, but I could actually sense what was going on with you, and I went, okay, you need minding right now.
Yeah, and thanks for your lovely message, by the way. It was really nice. And it's funny because I talked last week, and I don't really like sharing too much to say about, say, when my husband was sick, and I did share about that, and I don't mind sharing about it, but sometimes I share about it without realizing that I'm doing it, and I think actually that caught me off guard as well, Laura. And there's nothing wrong with sharing about it, but I suppose I like to leave things in the past and move on.
You're putting it off of your shoulder, you know, you're putting it off your shoulder.
Yeah, probably. But I think what we all need, and say this is the whole point of this online coffee break show, right, is that we can come on, we can talk about the real things that are going on with us. We can talk about the fear that we're going through. We can talk about the feeling of competition with everyone going online. We can talk about how we're showing up, how we're responding, how we're reacting, how each of us are the exact same in our own way, and how we're dealing with the situation right now. And that we're feeling our way through this kind of darkness. You know, no one has the answers. We're all helping each other out here. But I think the message is, as always, do you know what? It's the same message for business owners, for everyone, but particularly business owners, is you still have to mind yourself, market yourself, and keep putting yourself out there. So that's interesting, the mind yourself and the market yourself. That's a new message. But
mind yourself, market yourself. Mind yourself, market yourself. Got to be 3 M's, you know. Give me another M, so it will be 3 M's.
Mentality, yeah.
Mind yourself, market yourself. Oh, what was I going to say? I was going to put something in there. Oh, we'll have to.
Mother yourself.
What's that? What is it?
Mother yourself.
Mother yourself. Yeah. Mind yourself, market yourself, and
we'll come back tomorrow with the next M.
Yeah, sugar. That's gonna play.
Homework.
We call it the M hour.
I have my mug with the M on it, right? And I call it Empower, right? Maybe that's what we'll do. Empower yourself.
Empower yourself, yeah.
Yeah.
So your coffee.
Sorry, empower yourself to grow your business. There we go. But I think, you know what? It's just, you know, we're here to show up. We're here to share, and look, I'm glad this hour is here because
it's a healing hour. It's a healing hour. I love it.
You know what? It is. It's a healing hour, and it's
a very supportive hour. It really is.
Yeah, and look, I know I'm doing this for other people, but I'm also doing it for myself, for my own family, right? And the thing is that you know, I think all we can do is just keep going, and I think, Kim, like, I just love what you've brought to the conversation today about observing about so many other people being online, and observing all. And the thing is, right, observing the quantity of stuff that's online, but you got to remember there's billions of people in the world, right?
Yeah.
They all need that. If they all came to you, you wouldn't be able to cope.
Yeah.
Right? So you need the other people to manage the millions and billions.
Yeah.
So when you reframe it that way, you go, it's taking the pressure off me.
But you know what?
You
It
know?
also gave me great confidence looking at some of the people and their stuff. I don't mean that in a bad way. I was like, Jesus, that shit. I'm great. I could have said she does. Oh my God, she's a disaster.
Excellent.
Oh, stop.
Empower
That's so
yourself.
empowering. But it's funny, right? And you know what? It is good to give yourself a clap on the back, like, you know?
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
you know what? Sometimes
No wonder your back was sore with all the clapping on the back.
You know, and it's funny because sometimes we can give ourselves enough kick in the asses that you know, we need that. And you know what? Like, over the years, like, you know, we've all bought online programs. I'm addicted to buying online programs, right? And you know, I'm sure there's probably an organization for people purchasing online programs, addicts. But like, I bought one there a couple of months ago, and I was like, going, really? I was like, I was so disappointed when I joined, and just, do you know what? It's just it is good to remind yourself who you are, how brilliant you are, and you know what? Maybe that's what the conversation takeaway from today is, because we started this at the top of the hour. I was saying to Taha about blowing your own trumpet, and to keep blowing your own trumpet during these times, because people need to hear you, and you need to stand out, you need to shine, you need to meditate. Look at these 3 M's. Mind yourself, market, empower, meditate, market, empower. I like that. I need the mind yourself part. Well, the meditate would come under mind yourself. So mind yourself, market, empower. I like it. Put that on the website today.
Please do.
Take the good and laugh at the bad.
maybe you can put it on those coat, you know, the pinky no coats, you know.
Yes, I will do that, Taha. I will do that.
And I will share it. And I will share it with you. I will share it with your website and develop to all my contacts.
Thank you. Mind yourself, market, and power. But yeah, look, I think that, look, there is the takeaway for today.
Exactly. Thanks, guys. It was lovely to chat to you.
Not at all. So how are you all going to mind yourself? No, I'm not letting you off now. Before you go, how are you going to mind yourself? How are you going to market? Tell me. Shout one thing.
I will do something. I'm doing, you know, calm meditation every day. So I will. I have done last night. I will do again. Yeah. And
you're doing your videos, so you're
yeah, and yeah, I will continue doing my marketing. Excellent. Meditation, and
you're doing the SOS course.
Yeah.
And I bought a bike anyway.
What's that?
I bought a bike.
Good woman.
So I was cycling around the Rainwoods yesterday behind your house.
That's so funny. You should have texted me. I'd come out for a chat.
That's right. I was there for nearly 2 hours. Cycling around and telling the girls, no, hand out now when you turn into an estate. Hand out now.
And what was I going to say to you? So what are you going to do to market your business this week?
Marketing now, I'm going to do the small videos, like the clips. Like this week now, I plan on doing how to use your say your house for stretching. So using chairs, using stairs, using different things. So things you can use at home to improve your stretching. And I'm going to try and direct them to my courses, because I've that linked up now to the MailChimp.
Excellent, great.
As well there, so at least I can get them in there and then offer, you know, the courses going forward or whatever, you know. But for now it's just free, like, but it's just getting the names in or whatever.
Okay. So You're not getting away. How are you going to market yourself this
Know
week?
me so well at this stage. avoid.
Not even 5 days.
So mind myself, I'm getting back into my healthier routine with healthier food choices and getting back into daily exercise because I physically need to be doing something to really mind myself.
Yeah.
And then in relation to marketing, I've signed up to the SOS, Martha. And I think that would probably be,
Why don't, okay, I'm going to put one in your corner. The SOS is to create a product. It's not necessarily marketing, right? So why don't you create a blog on LinkedIn this week about the transitions, how the transitions of a job can compare to transitioning to a pandemic? How it compares and how you can apply the pillars of how you can apply the pillars of job transitioning to new circumstances in your life or something like that. I give you poetic licensing on it, but you know what I mean.
I'll take the transition challenge. Yeah, I'll work on that this week. Thank you.
So a blog by Friday would be amazing. I'm looking forward to it.
I'll do it.
Yeah, good woman. There you go.
Brilliant. And when you're finished, can you do a blog for me?
I need more than this pot of coffee.
Exactly. Oh God, I love the size of the pot.
Guys, I have to admit, I was like Christmas yesterday. I was just pouring Baileys into my coffee.
Oh, but I had yesterday was Mother's Day, but it was also my birthday. So I treated myself to some fancy wine, but I'm convinced it was non-alcoholic because there was no effect.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's organic wine. You get no hangover. It's brilliant.
It wasn't organic, but it definitely wasn't alcoholic. That's for sure.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, you'll have to have a note. You'll have to have
a bottle from Aldi, and you'll be fine. It'll blow down.
You'll have a hangover for 6 months. Anyways, guys, we'll leave it there. Thanks for joining. So
bye, guys.
Mind, self, market, and empower.
Thanks a million.
All right.
Bye. Great Monday. Bye.